Hey there. So today we have another review. This is Bourbon County 2025. So we're about 5 months, about halfway there ish. Well, when this comes out, it'll be about halfway. But no, sorry, it'll be past halfway. But we're about 5 months away from a Black Friday. This is my second to last bottle of the 4-pack. And I just checked out my review. I did it twice for you guys already, where I thought this was the pretty poor vintage. Very curious what 6+ months does to this beer. Again, I'm not a guy to age, so if you really want to age something, yeah, maybe I push this guy 2-3 years. Then again, I did review a bunch of beers thanks to Steven. Or Stefan? Yeah. Anyway, sorry. He dropped a bunch of Bourbon County bottles that were 2018, 2017, 2016, 2019, that whole range, and they were fantastic, despite being a decade-ish old, which is crazy. And then a lot of them were right under a decade, so really generous and nice. But yeah, very curious what this one does with a little bit of each, not that much age. But then again, the sweet spot, I would guess the sweet spot somewhere around 2 years at most. But yeah, I've rarely found it to be super beneficial to age it past its prime. So beer is obviously just Bourbon County, pitch black, beautiful dark tan head on that. That smells pretty good. Almonds, marzipan, nuttiness, big bourbon character, chocolate, coffee, big bourbon, caramel, toffee, vanilla icing. Smells pretty good. A little bit hot. That was my issue with the initial impression, but I smell it on the nose. But granted, this beer is just hot beer, right? It's 14.8. So cheers. Bottled, 11 months ago. No. 10 months ago. Cheers. Have a little bit chilled. Yeah. Similar impression. This beer is hot, a little bit, but it's very woody. My favorites of the Bourbon Counties are just it's just dessert in a glass, and that's really the beer that got me into craft beer. Right? It was just oh my god, this bourbon is so big, and the alcohol is hidden, and it makes sense. It almost tastes like a dessert cocktail, right? Here, it is chocolatey, woody up front, nutty, more wood, more tannic wood, more bourbon, big heat, nose. I want to say that it has definitely died down. I don't have this in cellar temperature. I have room temperature, so 70-ish, 70 some degrees. So I've been aging a little bit. So the heat is not as noticeable, I want to say. And then again, how am I going to remember my tasting notes from or not, I know my tasting notes. How can I, shoot myself self back in the time machine into that kind of mood? But what is here is a woody, caramelly, a little bit licorice, a little bit bitterness. I think, you know what? It's just a really barrel forward vintage. And so thankfully the heat has died down a bit, but it's still dry and tannic. Not in a bad way, in the realm of Bourbon County, right? I'm very familiar with this beer. Sorry, this is the beer I'm most familiar with that I've had in my entire life, right? Yeah, the amount of time I spent reviewing it for you guys, trying many vintages. Yeah, this might be my most familiar beer. Well, who knows about that? Because then I've had a lot of Fatheads, Headhunter, and High Lie, and so anyway. But the amount of time I've reviewed, spent reviewing for you guys, the Bourbon County for sure is my lifetime number one, right? See, my favorite vintages have dark fruit characteristics. This doesn't really have any of that. Definitely kind of vanilla icing, desserty, vanilla sweetness, big thick chewiness. But it slices through the barrel, the wood, the characteristic of that kind of barrel character is very strong. And thankfully, it's subsided down on heat, but now it's just more less decadence and more wood and barrel character. But if you're into that, you like that kind of stiffness in the beer, right? This is more like an old fashioned in that sense. Well, this tastes nothing like an old fashioned, but if you want something more spirit forward, want more age, want more oak and that, then it makes sense. So I think I'm gonna stick with the same conclusion. 98. I had it reviewed for you guys' initial impression. Had it against the special one that I bought. It cost me a gajillion dollars. I forget how much I paid. And I don't really think about it. Let me grab it. Yeah, it was like a little gift to myself. Double barrel aged, in 7-year-old barrels. Like the double barrel, that was like a awesome vintage. Like this tasted like the top vintages, which is crazy because you had to pay like a stupid amount for it. But yeah, let me see. It's interesting because it has a juxtaposition of that kind of desserty character, which the beer already has, but it's quite like enhanced on its vanilla character, but it's very woody. Not a bad vintage. Well, sorry, not a great vintage. So yeah, I guess bad vintage. Yeah, 98. Fantastic beer. Thought I'd check it out for you guys. And I honestly have that one more bottle. Probably do it vertical, side by side with this year's coming vintage. I just got to keep it away, hide it, and not drink it. Cheers later.